All right, so number one, we are given a triangle. I'll just do a new sketch of it. We have A, C, and B. Okay, and we are given side B, which is 9. This is B. We are given side C, which is opposite of angle C, 28. And we're given angle A, 26. So based on this, I can solve the law of sines and figure out side A. So I'm going to write that formula down. A squared is equal to B squared plus C squared minus 2BC cosine of angle A, which is given. And at the end of the day, when I want to figure out side A, I'm going to have to take the square root of this. So I'm going to go ahead and write A equals, and I'm going to do square root. I'm going to punch all this in. So B squared would be 9 squared plus C squared, which will be 28 squared, minus 2 times 9 times 28 times the cosine of angle A, which is 26. Okay. So we can do some steps and simplify these numbers, but again, at this point, I'm just going to let the calculator handle all that, and I'll end up with side A. And what do they tell me before I get there? Round side lengths to the nearest whole number. Angles, we're going to round to the nearest degree. So we'll round them both to the whole number. All right, so I'm just going to do second square root. And then I'm going to type all this in. So I'm going to just do 9 squared plus 28 squared minus 2 times 9 times 28. And then cosine of 26. I'll let it compute all that for me. Let's double check. We got everything in there correct. Most common mistake is data entry. 9 squared, 28 minus 2 times 9 times 28. Cosine of 26 looks good. Okay, so round it to the nearest whole number. We're going to estimate side A to be 20. And then I'll use the law of cosines one more time to figure out either angle C or B. So based on what I have, if I want to figure out B, I need A and C, which I have. If I wanted to figure out C, angle C, I would need B and A, and I do have that. So I could do either one of them, it doesn't matter. Let's just go ahead and do C. So we're going to say to find angle C, I need to use sides A and B. So that's going to be C squared is equal to A squared plus B squared minus 2AB times cosine of angle C. And what I need to do, because I want to find angle C, I'm going to subtract the A squared and B squared and move them over. I'm going to divide by the 2AB, and then I'm going to take the inverse cosine of all that, and that'll give me the cosine of C. So just going through the algebra part of it, we will have C squared minus A squared minus B squared. So that's me moving those two over. That will be equal to negative 2AB cosine of angle C. And then since this is being multiplied times cosine, I'm going to divide all of this by the negative 2AB. So from here I'll start showing what I'm doing. So all of this is going to be divided by 2AB. And if you're plugging this in the calculator, you're going to need to put this in parentheses if you don't have that fraction function, because order of operations will kick in and it will not do subtraction first, it will divide first. So always be careful to just put those in parentheses. So when you do that, this will divide out, and so I'll be left with this calculation, which is C squared minus A squared minus B squared divided by negative 2AB. So I have this is equal to cosine of angle C, and then to get the cosine off, I have to do inverse cosine. So when I do inverse cosine, that is cos negative 1. That's the inverse cosine of this argument, C squared minus A squared minus B squared, all divided by negative 2AB. That will equal angle C. Okay, so all this stuff that we just did is just the algebra of it. So we got the formula from the trig. All of this is algebra, just rewriting the function, and that will give me C. And then once I have C, then I will have two of the angles, and I'll just use the sum of 180 to get the missing angle. So I'm going to plug in all the missing parts to find C, and then I'll plug it in the calculator. So what I'm plugging in is going to be cosine inverse of C squared. C squared is 28 minus A squared, which A is 20, that's the one we just found, minus 9 squared. So all that's on the top, and then a negative 2 times 9. Well, let me put it in order. Well, A is 20, but B is 9, so we'll just do 2 times 9 times 20. That still works out. And so at this point, this will give me C. So I'm gonna plug this into the calculator. We're gonna do second cosine to get the inverse cosine. I'm going to do alpha y equal enter to make a fraction bar so I can have it like that. And I'm going to do 28 squared minus 20 squared minus 9 squared. On the bottom, negative 2 times 9 times 20. This gives me C 147, rounded to the nearest whole number, still be 147. 147. Okay, so we have two angles now, so if I do 180 and I subtract 147 and the 26 that I was given, it's going to give me 180 minus, that's going to be 1. It's going to be a 3, carry a 1, 7. So I'm subtracting 173. That's going to give me a 7-degree angle. So we're looking at angle B being 7 degrees. Alright, so I got all three parts, and now I can plug in and solve for this triangle. So we don't have A, we have B. We have one triangle. Measure of angle B was 7. C was 147. And A was 20.